Chapter 3, Visual Arts and Eye Children. Visual arts strands means the branches, children. We'll just have a look at it. Strand, explore and represent ideas. So explore ideas, experiences, observations, imagination, artworks and artists from different cultures and times. Media practices, experiment, select, apply, materials, techniques, processes, technologies and visual conventions. Present and perform. Either you present your artwork or you perform, that is dance and all those things. Create and display artworks considering audiences, ideas and artists, intentions and meaning. Respond and interpret, reflecting, questioning, analyzing and evaluating as a viewer and artist. Identify specific features and purposes of artworks from different periods of time and cultures. Artwork, children, anything is art. The name of your letter, the first letter, for example, my name Nancy. So N, we can create any art with that, Write the first letter of your name, see if you can create a picture of an animal, bird or an object using it. Last year, that is standard 9th, you have already learnt about visual art, children. But this year, what are we going to learn? The importance, different types and possibility of choosing it as a career. So importance of art. If you have 2 rupees, then buy food with one and spend the other for art. Food will only help you survive, but art will give you a reason to live. So from this line, what we can understand, the importance of art in human life, children. Art enriches our life at various levels. The thoughts and feelings which cannot be expressed through words often be expressed through art more effectively. Beautiful objects like flower pot, beautiful creations, drawings and sculpture, beautiful experiences like films, music, etc. can be created through the medium of art, and this can enrich our life and make it happier, children. Artist does not think about money, but they think about their art to be appreciated. A social message can be effectively conveyed through visual art. For example, a sensitive movie or photograph quickly touches the heart of people as compared to a speech. For example, even you are learning, children, when I show you the photos, when I show you the definitions, that learning will be different as just I stand or I just speak to you. Visual art can be effectively used to inspire the masses, a number of people. Songs based on great work done by great people, poems, films, sculptures, drawing have been inspiring us for ages. Like for example, we have not seen the patriots, we have not seen our soldiers dying for our nation, but the songs help us to understand what they must have gone through, how they must have fought for the nation. A study of ancient artworks throws light on the life of the people of that time. Antique pieces of art, objects, sculptures, toys, vessels, which are found during excavations, that is, buried, those are buried for long years, and archaeologists, they are excavating that, are a witness to those times. People come together and respect each other through the medium of art. We develop a sense of respect and love towards other people and their culture. When we see or hear about the art belonging to different states and countries, we appreciate, right? We go and buy, whenever we are tourists in other countries, we buy certain artistic sculptures, toys, so that we remember that this belongs to this culture. A spirit of empathy, the feeling what the other person feels, develops towards them. A relation is established with the people of other states when we see their art, sculpture, cuisine or hear their music. Cuisine is food. Appreciating art subconsciously develops an attitude of finding life, children, beauty in life. Art lovers tend to be peace loving, non violent, and adjusting in nature. It is said that the best of art is seen in nature. The colors, shapes, and sounds in nature have been inspiring humans, and no one can see a glimpse of that in human artwork. Connecting with art is like connecting one with nature. When we create a piece of art or when we appreciate art, we unknowingly realize our own likes and dislikes. In other words, art develops and enhances our self awareness, children. The importance of art in human life is so much that a life without art is an animal's or beast's life. For living a complete enriched human life, one must get associated with some form of art, either music or dance or drawing, sculpture, pot painting, anything, any creative work that is your liking. Some different types of visual art, children. Once more, it's repeated. Last year, we studied about some common art forms. So, this year, we'll study something different. The first one is tribal art, Adivasi Kala. Look at this. This is the Adivasi Kala. Like in India, tribal communities are found in other countries and continents too. Most of the tribal art depicts elements of nature because they are with nature, they draw whatever they see. If they see an elephant, they'll draw an elephant. The significant aspect of the art is that, in spite of using simple shapes, it looks beautiful. Just as the Warli painting, Warli art of Maharashtra is made using specific shapes, so is the tribal art of Australia. Art is art. That is why in art there is no religion, there is no caste, there is no languages, nothing coming up. There's no fight over it. But art is art, whether it is of our own country or it is of another country, art is always appreciated. Tribal art of Australia. This art mainly uses dots. The dots can be of varying sizes, means different sizes. These dots may be small or big. Different shapes are made using dots. The dots are drawn with the help of sticks. You can see very clearly, children. You can see these draw dots. Okay. And the other one, you must be aware, kolam or rangoli, which most of the festivals, Diwali, every festival, we are taking initiative to do it. Kolam rangoli art is different from the regular rangoli art form. Many equidistant dots are used and curved or straight lines are drawn around the dots. Designs are made around the dots in continuity. Variety of rangoli patterns can be drawn. In olden times, this rangoli was made by making a mixture of water and rice flour, children. So you can see here the art, what they are telling you, what type of lines, curved lines, straight lines, and this rangoli was only with rice flour and water mixed in it. Later on, all commercialization starts. Now this is doodle. You can see doodle means to use your pen, pencil or sketch pen to draw spontaneous patterns as in how they come to your mind. This can be done in the corner of the pages, on the pictures in the book or on the newspaper. You must have surely drawn such patterns at some point in time. Like for example, if you're bored in a lecture, we start drawing at the end of the page or somewhere, we start fidgeting and something or the other that we draw. Do you know that it is a great stress buster? Try doing it. I usually do that. I used to do it, in fact, in school times, college times, now also. In fact, today also I had done that in the meeting. Okay. Every doodle is different and unique. Some might draw in their own unique style, Some might copy what they have seen. So whatever we have seen, some might copy or some might just go with the flow of their mind. Installation. In this art form, the available three-dimensional space is used to create a structure. Some artists create permanent installations while some make temporary ones. Andy Goldsworthy is a British installation artist who has created some excellent installations. Most of the installations are made in a natural setting by using the material available in nature. Sometimes these installations collapse while being created. However, he firmly believes in the process of art and feels that even collapsing is balance. You can see here. Okay, some selected styles of visual art. Man draws inspiration for art from nature as well as from his daily life. Thus, the impact of his surroundings, political and social events, is seen on his art, like whatever is experiencing. For example, a stressed child, or a child who is going through a lot of trauma, you give a paper and a pen and they will start drawing because they have no words or they have fearing to speak, but you can see in their drawing, you can understand in their drawing what are they going through. So this leads to different thoughts coming forth and various experiments being done. Different ways of expression and new philosophies of art are created. This is what we call styles of art. We shall now get acquainted with some of the styles of visual art, children. So impressionism. So under impressionism means impression, you can see this is a canvas, oil painting on canvas. So beautifully done. This style came into existence in France, children, in the late 19th century and in the beginning of the 20th century. Earlier to this, the topics of artworks were mainly historical, religious, nature, or portraits, but there was no inclusion of the surrounding social conditions. Art used to be confined within the four walls. But when the style of Impressionism came into existence in the mid 19th century, objects or topics observed in the surroundings were drawn by artists. The artists stepped out of the four walls and came into the open nature and started sketching and drawing. And so the effect of light on objects was captured. In this style, the basic colors are placed one before the other with the help of small dots and lines. When observed from a particular distance, the colors seem to merge or blend with each other. The significant aspect of this style is that the high speed moving light of the drawing and the changing conditions of the atmosphere are captured. These pictures depict the contemporary lifestyles and various shades of light. Some of the famous artists of this style are Monet and Van Gogh. Next is Cubism. You can see, children, in cubicle it is drawn, Cubism. Oil painting on canvas. So 1907 to 1914 is considered as the flourishing period for Cubism. The chief center of this style was Paris. Cubism is considered as the most influential style of the 21st century. In this style, the object to be drawn is analyzed into various geometrical shapes, and these pieces are joined together to form a complete picture. This style emphasizes on looking at any object or person through different perspectives. At any object or person through different perspectives, I am repeating, children, and then drawing it. Shades of light and dark are used to highlight the shapes to transpose the three. To transpose the three dimensions, children, length, breadth, height, objects on the two-dimensional paper. Famous artists of this style were Pablo Picasso and Paul Cézanne. Okay, three-dimensional object, you know that, right? In maths we have learned length, breadth and height. You can see 3D. Okay, you can see from front, you can see from above, you can see from side. But two-dimensional means it's a picture on a book where you can see only the straight, that is surface, flat surface you can see. You can see this oil painting on canvas. Look at it, so beautifully. All artworks are so beautiful. This movement began of 1920, children. The objects, persons or incidents that we see in our daily life have an impact on our conscious mind. Knowingly or unknowingly, we create an image of these in our mind which is different from its reality. So this is the basic philosophy of this style. The surrealist artist of the opinion that in order to create the image formed on our mind, on our inner mind, one must keep the mind open. Often symbols are used to represent the real situations and emotions. Salvador Dali and John Miro are the famous artists of this movement. Now the next is abstract expressionism. Abstract, something which is out of the thinking box. Abstract thinking. Now look at this. You will say, what is this? It's just orange and some blue patch. But in this also, an artist can see with a different viewpoint. Now this style originated in the city of New York in the decade of 1940. The style is similar to Surrealism. In a way, it is inspired from Surrealism. One can see a liberal use of colors in this style. Liberal free will. It's not with boundary and all those things. Outline. Two types of artists can be seen using this style. One who paints his art on the canvas using strokes of various bright colors. William de Kooning is very well known for this. The others like Mark Rothko use one kind of color and draw simple shape on the canvas, filling the larger parts with colors. Artists of this second type are more religious and philosophical in nature, and they expect the viewers to get a meditative and deep experience after looking at the painting. Now I leave you with this question, children. Find the similarities and differences in the styles you have seen and write them in your notebook. Select any one style and draw a picture based on it. This you have to do it in your notebook or your project file. Wherever you are filing the questions, you have to do this, and finally you have to submit this to school on one fine day. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Take care.